Hey everybody, it's Jason. I got a hold of the camera, my girlfriend's phone, camera phone, and I'm going to show you. Hold on, gotta zip my jacket up. It's a little chilly. This was my old garden. Those were 6 tomato plants. I have my okra, my peppers, and then my beans here. Through an experience, and then through experience, I found out that all this right here is not very beneficial. A lot of shade. This is my frame. So far, this is what I've got done. I've got a slant roof on it. I've shored it up. I put my supports in it. This thing is fairly solid. I've got it on cinder blocks with plastic. Right here, I'm gonna have a bed. Bed's going all the way to about right here. This area right here, I'm gonna have my shelves, lower shelf, my table, and then up here, I'm gonna try to make some cabinets, shelves, table, shelves, and a shelf up there. Then I'm gonna have my 55-gallon water drum there with my pipes coming off and going along this way for the beds. That's my rain barrel. That's going to be my overflow, my first flush system for my rain barrel, because I catch it off this metal roof. And I'm going to have my barrels lined up here. I'm actually going to put my first flush down there and bring this guy on down to it. Then have my biofilter next to it, and then on down the line rain barrels. I'm going to have connection here. That's the project on the greenhouse so far. Right here, there's the doorway. From the doorway on that side out to here, to here, to here, I'm going to have a garden space. It's going to allow me to use some of this shade for some of the plants that don't need full sunlight, because the sun during the summer starts about right there, and it comes through and ends there. And just like during the winter, it'll actually shoot up just like it is there and shoot that way. I'm going to have a pea gravel road coming through here, connect to this, and then pea gravel road coming back down, connecting there. That's my storm shelter. I need to have access to it for a vehicle in case anything happens. People need to come and pack stuff in it. I can't block that. So I'm going to have my roadway here. And next to the roadway, I'm going to have my green beans and my bean poles. Right over here, this I'm about to show you is, we went to Lowe's, me and my friend, and I didn't intend on buying this, but it was half off. It was an $18 tree, but now it was half off at $9. This is a Georgia Belle heirloom peach tree. I've got it put in the ground. I put it in there, I would say about a month ago, maybe just a little bit more around October, probably around Halloween. So this guy should be producing. I asked her, she said they'll be producing a few this year, and each year obviously it's going to grow bigger than more. And right here, I plan on having my watermelons, my Tigger melons, my cabbage, my lettuce. That's what I want to get over here, all those types of things. Over there, I plan on putting my squash, my cucumbers, and got a person I got to send them a package so they can send me some heavy hitter okra. Apparently these okra trees look like bushes, and they produce upwards around 200-250 okra per. It's a crossbreed between Z-Best and Clemson Spineless. So it's not heirloom, but it's supposed to be a very, very good producer. And then over here, starting about right there, going little rows, I'm going to put my fencing up, depending on how many I want. And that's where my beans are going to sit, is right there. And anything I want with the buckets, I'll just go ahead and just do around. But what I also want to do here is I want to line this whole thing coming around here with cinder blocks, and I want to fill the cinder block gaps the holes in the cinder block with dirt, and grow my marigolds, my basil, my thyme, my oregano, and all the other little plants that I could use. That's from the yard this year. That's mulched up leaves. I've also got river silt. That's one load. This stuff right here, as much as I can shovel, I plan on bringing in a whole lot of this. This stuff is really good. It's really, there I go, pressing that button again. It's really good stuff. You know, it's pretty wet. You can see, holds its shape, but then again it falls right back apart. So I'm gonna amend that with this. And then over here I've got my rotten hay bale, my cardboard, my wood shavings, my green, like my grass clippings. Here's my bed right here. This is still working fairly well. I've got, you know, it's coming along. That's where I put all my eggshells, all my organic stuff from, you know, my tea bags and my coffee grounds. And then this is from next door. This is my neighbor's chicken scratch. So I've got all the stuff I need to amend the soil and make sure that it's good. That won't be ready for another month or so. Probably be even longer. We'll see. What I'm going to start doing with this actually is putting compost tea in it and just putting the bacteria in it so they can start breaking everything down. But I'm going to remove my fire pit and create it there. And over here, I got some Titan sunflower seeds. Thank you to John Hamill for those. I'm very anxious to plant those as well. God bless the flag. I'm going to put these next to my morning glories. I got morning glories here. I've cut them all the way down one year and then they shot back up. But I'm going to put my sunflowers going the length of this right here. And I'm gonna, you know, amend the soil, break it down real good, dig it up, loosen it up, and this gets full sunlight. You can see right here, even in the winter time, it's still going to get full sunlight. So that's where my Titan sunflowers are going to go. Now, I do have a question about my greenhouse. I just remembered this. Not really a question, just more of a, what's your opinion? As you can see, I've got black plastic in here to keep the weeds down. What I plan on doing is, once I put my beds in, this is going to be filled with pea gravel, white pea gravel. And what I want to do is, once I put my bed in, I'm going to cut the plastic. It's probably going to be maybe 6 inches to a foot of plastic left around it. But within that and underneath that excess plastic, I'm going to take a shovel and I'm going to dig up all the roots, dig up all the grass, get it out of it, and dry it out, put it in my compost, let it, you know, be returned. And then I'm going to dig down in the ground, amend it, and that way my roots can actually go in a lot deeper. I'll get a lot better plants, because I know pepper plants don't get very tall. Tomato plants kind of do. If you know, depending on the breed, if you get, you know, Brandywines, they get up to 8 feet tall. Well, this is a 9 foot tall here. This is 7 foot tall here. I'm going to run a line. I'm going to put another board here, and I'm going to run a line all the way across. And I'm going to have strings hanging down, and I'm just going to wrap them around my tree and support it. My question is, or my opinion is, what do you think about my idea, my plan, as far as, you know, cutting through and doing that? I'm not really decided on how deep the bed needs to be yet, and the reason being is because I'm working with a lot of scrap material, like this wood right here. I was very fortunate on my job. A company was moving, and we had to go replace an awning and replace a beam support, and they had moved everything, and they had a big pile of 16-foot 2x4s laying there, and I asked him, what are you doing with those? And he said, well, nothing, take them. And I'm like, well, you're talking about the big pile of 16-foot 2x4s. I just wanted to clear that up, make sure I wasn't misunderstanding. He said, yeah, take them. Well, my landlord has pallets full of these cinder blocks, so I've gotten everything for free right now. Not only that, but I also have my plastic to wrap this in. I just got to get staples to do it. I'm going to wrap this side, and then wrap this side first, and then I'm going to wrap the top over that for the water drainage. But just what do you think about the root system on that? As far as doing it that way, do you think I will encounter very many weeds? What I could do is put cardboard down on the inside there, which will help with the weeds. It will break down over time, and it will, help watch those. And I understand I might have a few weed problems, but I'll deal with those when they come. But this is it was supposed to be a 12 by 24 outside to outside. It was supposed to bend, but because of the way the cinder block's laid, I am actually about 6 inches to a foot short on one side, and this one's about 22 on the inside in length. With the cinder blocks, it's like 23 foot 6 or something. That's just the way it laid out, but I'm not complaining about that. It's inches. But that's what I've got going on right now. I wish I could have a more official camera to film during the process, but I don't. And yes, this thing is not level by any means of the word. It's just I cut all the boards the exact length, put it together. This side is higher than this side. You can tell when you get out here, this side actually is a lot more level than this side, so this side kind of droops. You can see it from out here, but I'll be honest with you, I'm not necessarily concerned with that. I don't know if you can see it. Let's get right over here. You can kind of see it, but I'm not really concerned with that. It's a greenhouse. It's going to be covered and going to be supporting my plant life. And this isn't an official structure or anything like that. And yes, I do have it just sitting on cinder blocks. That is something I'm going to have to spend money on. I'm going to go buy some 3-foot rebar, bend one side to a 90 degree angle. I'm going to put it in the ground here. It's going to sit across there, and then I'm going to put a clamp on it to hold my greenhouse down and hold the cinder blocks. On this side, I really should have left an excess and wrapped the back, because the way my ground is, the grade goes down. So I know I'm going to get an excess of water hitting that. But I'm probably going to leave that plastic the way it is. That way it doesn't really do much. I think once this thing settles, I probably won't have that much of an issue with that. So, we'll see. What do you think? Any ideas? Am I coming along good? Let me know. So, hey babies. There's Cassie and Maya. Maya's sitting on Cassie. Yeah, they want out, but I'm going to go back in. Anyway, that's what I've got going on right now. Tell me what you think.